Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's Reddit Quickie, taken from the subreddit HFY, called Monsters, written by LG Father Anthracite. The link to the original will be down below, and as always, I hope that you enjoy. Monsters are real. I've seen them with my own photoreceptors. They aren't like the Horgles of legend. They don't breathe clouds of acid. They aren't huge, lumbering beasts. They look like pests barely coming up to my grig, soft with tiny teeth and claws. I thought that they would be easy to kill. There was almost nothing to them, but I was wrong. They were small, but the flesh was not soft. It was dense, harder than the manic wood that we build out of our homes. Their bones were made of stone-like compounds. They came from a place where the gravity alone was enough to kill. As if that was not enough, the world that they lived in was thick with danger, animals, environment, microbes, even the plants, all designed to kill. They rose up from the beasts and mastered their world. They came from the hell of a sudden and swift death. They were the masters of it. They were the demons who were motivated by fear and survival. They never forget. The fear, it haunts them. It makes them crazy. It drives them to acts of foolishness that no other intelligent species would ever consider. Atmospheric plummets with no safety net, with nothing but a thin fabric sheets to hold their mad descent towards the ground. Swimming in oceans full of predators, with only a small tank of atmosphere to breathe. Their children's amusement parks would qualify as a torture chamber on any other world. Monsters. I have seen these creatures falling like stones from the skies, numerous enough to block out the suns. I have seen them wipe out whole brigades of armored vehicles. I have seen a singular soldier out of ammo, surrounded by an enemy, use his rifle as a club and beat his enemies to death until he was gunned down. It seemed like we might not even be able to kill that one. His body was ragged and tattered, but he kept swinging that makeshift club until he couldn't move. And then he chose to detonate a bomb rather than simply die. A bomb he held in his hand. He willingly killed himself for a chance to take even one more enemy with him. Wherever we went, traps and snipers harried us. They taught us what it was like to live in fear. Constant, unrelenting, slowly eroding our mind. Never knowing if you would wake up from the rest cycle or be slain in your sleep. If your next room you entered, the door you opened would kill you with some sort of new horrible trap. What was it like where they came from? What it meant to be in hell? But then the war ended, and they showed us what it really meant to be monsters. So many more came. Ships darkened the skies. They brought all manner of machine and supplies. They cleared the rubble, buried the dead, healed the wounded, built homes and hospitals, replanted the fields, cared for everyone, not just their own, but us all. They made no excuses. They had won, and we were defeated. There was no platitudes in this. They took the spoils of war, resources, planetary systems, technology. But they did not abandon us. They nurtured us back to health, got us back on our feet, took their prizes, and left. And I knew that we were the monsters. How many other races had we destroyed? How many other worlds were left smoking and cratered, unable to sustain survivors? How many times had we waged war and then left, ignorant of the consequences? Who were we to never look back at the trail of blood and death behind us? Anyone can fight and die, but to return and look into the faces of your enemy and take care of them, to heal the defeated, to know deep in your genetic memory that loss means death, and to fight so hard that even helping defeated enemy makes sense. These humans come from a hell world, and they beat it at the cost of generations of blood and suffering. They conquered it. They rose above it, redeemed. And they taught us what it meant to be monsters. And that, my friends, is the end of this Reddit Quickie. I hope that you enjoyed. If you would like to support this channel, there are numerous ways to do so, listed in the description down below. The easiest and best way would be to share this video and my channel as much as possible. I'll see you all in the next video, and I hope that you have a good one until then. Cheers.